This will be a very quick video for making your own Boolean brush, Blender vanilla style. Now we're going to go into Edit Preferences, you're going to go to System, you're going to allow online access if you're in Blender 4.2 or higher. You're going to go to Extensions, type in Carver, install it, and go to Add-ons, go to Carver. Check out the hotkeys, become familiar. I do have a master course on this that I made. It teaches you basically everything. Go into the profile prefix and type in whatever you want. I already put in my brush. And then any object you want to have that will load automatically into the Carver tool will have that prefix. So I'll just put that in, boom. Now this object is gonna show up when I press Control-Shift-X and the Carver tool will come up. But we'll get there in just a quick second. I'm just gonna make this real quick and I want to do a checker deselect on this. I add that to my favorites since I haven't set up Blender 4.3 just yet. And I also want to extrude along normals. I gotta right click at that one of my Q favorites. So when I press Q, I now have extrude along normals. And now I've got this thing. This looks a little bit neater. I kind of like this. Still gonna apply scale. Now what I wanna do is just hide that and let's get the view right here. Control-Shift-X again and then press B. We're going to get Profile Brush. Now what you can do is you can scroll through this with W and X and voila, look at this. Look at that. There's our mesh object. And now what you want to do with the Profile Brush up is you can just press H for help. It's going to tell you what to do. If I want a difference Boolean, I could just press the space bar. I can press S to scale this thing and you'll notice you have gaps for rows, you have create or delete columns or rows with the up or down arrow. So if you wanted to say add a few extra things and then press J and hold it, and then press U and hold it. And I think if you press J, it's not going to do that for some reason. That's weird, but anyways, I'm gonna scale this down. I do want to figure that out. What's going on here? So the gaps for the rows, J and U, and it's just not working. There we go. Anyways, that was a weird little glitch, and I can press the mouse, left mouse, and hold it, and then rotate this anywhere I want. And there's a bunch of other options, but then boom, just hit the space bar, and now you've got this nice difference Boolean cut in, and to get that type of a cut, it just would be hard. And then you got the precision here, and of course you can press W or X to shift through, or rather kind of scrub through some of these other Boolean brushes that come standard. Looks really cool, and you can add a ton of detail. And I don't want the video to be lacking in detail, just in case you don't have the time to go watch another video right now. I will put the link in the comments for my full course on this, but we'll just do the Control-Shift-X. I'm gonna left click, drag this over, and I'm gonna press and hold Shift. And you'll see rebool instead of difference. And when I do that, you're gonna get a slice operation, which I think is super cool and is going to add even more detail to your project, which is already going to be ridiculously full of detail because you've just learned a new trick. So there we go. There's that one. Now for the next one, I'm going to pull the Carver tool back up, and if you press the space bar, it'll say create, and you can now go ahead and create geometry. And I'm just going to switch between line, circle, and rectangle. And so in order to get this to kind of work right, you do want to pull in like an orthographic view, like 1 or 3. And maybe I just want to have a square or rectangle or something right here. And I'll go ahead and let's see, the mouse wasn't quite in the right spot. There we go. And I'll just left click and make that. So now I can make another piece and just kind of have it snapped in almost where I want it. That's pretty cool. And then of course, for the regular Boolean stuff, you know, you can then grab your active object that you want to cut on. Let's pull up the tool. I am going to be on difference right now, but I want to do this with line. And so I can now cut out some interesting shapes and then press the space bar. And now you've got a nice cut here. But anyways, those are some of your main methods for using the built-in hard surface modeling tool built into Blender, the Carver tool, one of my favorites. And now I'll briefly go over an option that I have for the edge attribute that was recently added to Blender 4.3. There's a few steps involved in this. namely going down and working with attributes. And of course, you'll have to add a new attribute, set it to edge, and then come in and you want to set that attribute. Of course, that's going to be in edit mode. So set attribute, you'll find that in here for mesh. And that is, of course, once you've gone in and added your bevel weight for the limit method, and it will automatically load the first time, but after that you have to create individual edges. But in the add-on, which I'll show you in just a second, I've created a button that just kind of does that for you. And the coolest, latest, greatest thing going on with Blender 4.3 for me is the hard surface upgrade it got. Since we're on that topic, for the 4.3 only and above, you have edge attributes. So if I go into edit and grab any edges and make those either selected or active, I'll press the edge attribute button, and now I've got a nice bevel right there that I can change to my liking. Now, the cool thing is that you can actually come in and grab another edge. Now I'll just grab this set of edges and make a whole new weight attribute that's completely different from the first one. And so as you kind of bring these in and out, you'll see that they will change individually. And let's get just one quick view and then the video is over. So now I can change this bevel by itself, thus getting some very cool edge work in Blender. So there you go, guys. I hope this was educational for y'all. But smash that like, smash that subscribe button, and I will see y'all in the next one.